feels good to be back. Back where I'm supposed to be. So, with that being said, still chasing my dreams, trying to make it to get my face on the screen. You gotta take risks and have faith in your team. Try not to let the jealousy and hate intervene. I built a studio with the basic machines. Lay my 16s down.
If you're an entrepreneur, put your hands in the air right now real quick. Shout out to all my entrepreneurs in the building. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur, put your hands up. That's what's up, man. So we got something for everybody in here, man. My name is Alix Burton, owner of Good Energy Worldwide. From New York originally. Just growing up in this, and just watching my mom hustle, my family hustle when I was younger. It definitely got instilled in me, you know what I'm saying? They always tell you if you make it out here, you can make it anywhere, you know what I mean?
That's a fact.
And it ain't no city like New York. Like, this infrastructure, don't nothing look like this, bro. So I love seeing it, man. Just the hustling, the bustling, the fast pace. Like, I love it.
Like what made you even consider trucking? You know what I'm saying? Because I know me personally, I've been in the business for a minute, and I never thought I'd be in the trucking industry. Never.
I was on stage 2 days ago in Atlanta, and that's what that was my first thing. The first thing I said when I walked on stage was like, yo, can I keep it 100 with y'all? Like, can I keep it all the way transparent?
Yeah.
I was like, do y'all really think I wanted to be, like, my dream was to be in trucking?
Right.
And everybody started laughing.
Right.
Nah, you don't come off as that.
Right.
I started in trucking in 2012, y'all, and it's been a journey. It's been a hell of a journey, yo. You know what I'm saying? It's so funny, I tell people all the time, like, there was a handbook for all the mistakes that you could make in this game. I literally went through and made all of them. You know, a lot of times people see this industry, they see these trucks, and it's intimidating, because all you see is this big machine, and a lot of people are intimidated by it because they don't really understand the moving parts. So when I made those mistakes, y'all, I was like, yo, and I went out of business that first year. I shut down and I did research for an entire year. And I came back and I gave it another shot, right? But the road to where I'm at right now wasn't so simple. If y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all know one of my favorite phrases I tell people all the time, yo, you gotta jump off the porch, right? I tell you, like, yo, you gotta bet on yourself. And me personally, I didn't jump off the porch. I'm gonna just be real. I got pushed off the porch. I got fired from my last job, right? Working at the telemarketing joint, I got fired. And it was at that moment I felt that vulnerability of another man with my destiny in his hand, and I decided I wasn't gonna let nobody fire me ever again. So when I left that job, the first thing I did, I became a party promoter, right? The rap thing didn't work for me, but what did work for me was throwing parties.
Okay.
That was like my first, jump off the porch.
Yeah.
Profession right there after I got fired from my last job.
Okay.
I just started throwing parties, and not only was I promoting and putting the party together, but one day the party was going on and I was like, yo, they ain't really dancing like that. Like, yo, like the music was okay, but I'm like, yo, why they not dancing? So I literally just hopped on the mic at my party one day. And I was like, yo, I need everybody, yo, get out your seat, head to the dance floor, you got more than $100. And I just started mimicking what I used to hear.
Right, what everybody else say,
And yo, get it, it worked.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I like this.
Right.
So since I couldn't be a rapper, that was like my fix. Was being the host at the parties. And I'm like, oh, yo, I'm all right. Like, I would wait till 12 o'clock. And then the party would be straight. And then as soon as I get on the mic, it started popping off. So I'm like, oh, all right, this my lane right here. And then it went from there to, yo, I was killing the party so crazy that AG sent some people out to my party.
Okay.
His team, and they was just checking me out. And after the party one day, they walked up to me like, yo, I know you're not on the radio or nothing, but yo, we would like you to come rock out at Compound. And at this point, Compound was the biggest.
And he had a couple joints, right?
He had a couple parties.
He got Compound and something else.
It was Velvet Room.
Right.
And yo, and these parties was the most popping parties in the city, damn near the country.
Okay.
So I'll never forget the first time I went out there to host this party, yo, I was scared to death. But I rocked that joint, and then I ended up rocking for like a year and a half, and then he put me on to Velvet Room, and he put me on all his parties, and I'm just rocking out.
I'm
just rocking out, and so that definitely gave me my, where I wasn't scared to be in front of people and be on the platform. Right. It actually prepared me to even do this right here, because I was like on a microphone, I was hosting my own party, so it actually gave me a little practice to be able to even speak in front of y'all, right? And I had a nice little run for about 4 years. And to the people that see the Secrets for Suckers podcast, I know the incident that happened to me. I went through a tragic incident in the nightlife, almost lost my life, right? And I decided that I didn't want to be in that lifestyle anymore. I decided that when I turned 60, I'm not going to be able to be in the nightclub. So I was like, yo, I got to do something different for my life. And then, so I moved to Miami, y'all. I moved to Miami for a couple of years after the incident happened, and I went broke. I was living off my savings, y'all. And I ended up having to move back to Atlanta, and I moved into my best friend's house, missed 2 weeks out. And that was the couch I was sleeping on right there in 2013. Okay, that's the same exact couch I was on. It was that couch right there that changed my life, because while I was laying on that couch, it was at that moment I decided I wanted more for myself, yo. Right? I had went from living in Miami, living this lifestyle, but I didn't understand money management, y'all. Went broke, and I had to humble myself to go sleep on my best friend's couch. So his wife, after a couple of months, she was like, yo, how long your man gonna be on my couch? You know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to figure it out, but I didn't figure it out in time, so I ended up having to move back to my mother's house.
Right.
My mother's obsessed with me, fam. I'm an only child, never met my father before. My mother pours into me. I'm about to bring you to my old block. I'm about to show you where we came from and how this lady hustled and got us up out of here, fam.
That's dope. That's dope.
I never met my father. You know, society makes it feel like, yo, you ain't got no father, like it's a handicap. It was definitely, it hurt me at first, but I used that as motivation to really like become a really good person and to be successful. So I turned what should have been a handicap and I utilized it and I just used it as motivation to get it, you know what I'm saying?
Humble beginnings, man, and you know, my cousin was with me for the whole ride. Like when I was living up here, you know, his mom and my mom was like, you know, they sisters, and they was like best friends. And me and him, he was like the closest thing I had to a brother. Now, I was the only child, never met my father before. I don't got no siblings, and this Rob who about to pull up, he like the closest I had to a brother. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he gonna hop out, and I'm gonna let him tell y'all a little bit about how he got in the game with me and how we took it to the next level, man. If it wasn't for this dude right here, there wouldn't be no digital training portal. There wouldn't be, you know, the multiple businesses that we've been blessed to start. I was able to duplicate myself in another person so that he could free up my time, man. So, yeah. Oh, boy. We were just talking about you. You good? What's up, brother? Good to meet you, man. Ramel. Nice to meet you. It's Rob, man. Yeah, I was just showing him the block, man.
People thought this was a project back in the days, and it really isn't. It's actually a private development. But back then, it was just for low-income tenants, like all over. I think it's actually owned by a Jewish company.
Oh, really?
And now they renovated probably almost all the apartments, and it's not that cheap anymore to live here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was like $300 back in the day when we was living here.
You're paying market price right now.
That's crazy.
And it definitely gentrified. You know, it's definitely different types of people, different ethnicities, and you know, that moved in. So it's like you're not too far from the train. So
that's crazy.
It makes sense.
I would love to see what my old apartment look like. I know he ain't gonna let us look at it. Ooh, I would love to go see my old room. Man.
Let's ask him.
Like, you think he'll let us in?
Yeah, why not? Let's try.
Let's ask? Okay.
Ain't nothing to it but to do. Like you said, take action, right? 5G, right?
Yeah, 5G.
I'm with it. Who talking? Who got the best negotiation skills?
Let's see if there's good energy work.
Who is this?
This is Alex again. I appreciate you letting us in. I actually used to live in your apartment in 5G about 20-something years ago. And I'm doing a documentary on my life and, you know, just the changes that's happened. And if it wouldn't be too much, I don't know if it's possible for us to just see my old apartment, man. You know, I'll give you a
Sorry, my dad is not home right now, so I don't have the right to to open the door.
Okay.
What's up, boy?
All right.
We tried. We tried. My old floor, man. That was my old unit right there, man.
5G.
Apartment 5G. That was my unit.
Yo, 5G, that's it. Yes,
It's so amazing because like they got cameras in the building now. They got a nice paint job. It wasn't like this. My boy Aronde lived right here. He's one of my friends. He lived in 5E, and then my boy Carlos lived in 5D, and I would go over there and play video games. And it was so crazy because Mom wouldn't let me. She wouldn't let me go to the park for the most part.
Yeah.
And I love to play football. Like I love to like throw the football.
Right.
So I would literally be standing at my door. Carlos would be standing at his door. You remember the Nerf? The Nerf footballs with the whistle?
Yeah.
That's all you heard all day. I'll be right there.
Flying.
He'll be right there. We had to throw it straight. And we just throw straight bullets.
Yeah.
From that door to that door. Every day.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what we did.
Should have been a quarterback.
I should have been.
Them skills, man.
I should have been. That's where I came from right here, man. And just to watch, and what happened was Mom Dukes, she sent me, my aunt and uncle lived in Atlanta. And she would send me down there for the summertime.
Okay.
So every summer, that's what I would look forward to, because they had the big backyard. It was way safer in Atlanta.
Right.
So I would go down there for 3 months, and then I'll come back to go to school. But this one particular summer, I was wondering why she packed so much clothes.
Okay.
Because normally I go with one big suitcase. She sent me down there with like 3 suitcases. And I come to find out, she knew I had friends here, so she knew I wasn't just gonna leave.
Right.
I had a lot of connections here.
Right,
My family's here.
Right.
And they just started enrolling me in school in Atlanta, tricked me.
Yeah.
She knew that.
So you gotta get out. You gotta do something different.
She literally shit me out of here, fam. I get to tell my boy Ronda, I've never seen him again.
Yeah.
That was my man, 100 grand. Never seen him again, Carlos.
That's crazy.
I never got to see him again, fam.
She had to make
I was hurt. I was pissed.
executive decision on your life, man.
I was pissed, and I was mad at her for a long time.
Yeah. I'm sure, because you ain't understand. But now.
But it ended up being
You
the
get
best
it.
decision.
You know what I'm saying?
It ended up being the best decision of my life.
Now you get it. You ever talk about that way? Y'all ever talk about that? Have that discussion? About that decision?
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
And she was like, yeah, you see why?
Yeah. She's like,
for
you
sure.
see?
I tried, man. I tried to give him that good energy, man. It didn't work, man. I was gonna show you out my old room, man.
I think the energy was there. I think the situation was
Yeah.
wrong. He probably like,
I was about to offer my man some bread, like,
Got a little something in it for you.
Based on the theme, got tracks that are blazing, made for a king. Now it's just opportunity and space in between. My girl say get a real job, cause she's sick of being lonely like Field Mob. I say I can't break away from the drill, not till I got the #1 slot on the billboard. I got industry connects that apparently vouch for me, but I ain't hoping for charity. All I need is my moment of clarity.
So how did Rob come into the whole picture with the business and everything?
Yeah, Rob is my first cousin, my blood cousin. He 2 years younger than me, man.
Okay.
And I'm an only child. And this is the closest thing I had to a brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you talk about like the only person I had to play with when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We used to go at it.
Yeah.
And Rob, honestly, man, just being transparent, he was incarcerated for a couple of years.
Okay.
What year did you go in?
2014.
When did you come out?
2016. Let's say August.
Yeah, so he did about 2.5 years in that joint. When he was in there, we was talking on the phone. Like, he was calling collect, and I was talking to him. I was like, look, when you get out, we're gonna go a different way for you. This is when I was like just getting the trucking company off the ground.
Right.
And that's family. So I was like, look, when you get out, it's finally starting to click now. I'm starting to make a couple dollars.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna need your help. You know what I'm saying? Because my biggest thing with this game was like, I didn't want to release the duties. Like, this was my baby.
Right.
And I was scared to death to like let somebody else control the business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And my mentors, that was one of the biggest things they was telling me, like, look, you're going to have to, if you want to take it to the next level, you're going to have to release some of your duties and delegate them.
No doubt.
So when he came out, I literally flew up to New York. I flew up to Brooklyn, and I trained him. I trained him on everything that I knew.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, gave him the whole game.
For me to learn something, like, you just got to show it to me once or twice.
Right.
And I got it.
So having a team is really important, huh?
You can't do it without a team. Honestly, you can't do it without a team. You know what I mean? And I didn't realize that until I actually brought a team on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
2 brains is always better than 1.
Right.
And there's times where there's stuff that happens in trucking. Like no 2 days are the same in trucking, and it's kind of dope to have somebody to kind of call and bounce ideas off. or solve problems with. You know what I'm saying? Like I have been doing this by myself for like 4 or 5 years. So like if something happened, I literally had to deal with it by myself. So it's kind of dope to have, you know, somebody that I can kind of bounce ideas. And I'm just proud of my man because, you know, you see where we came from. We just came from my old building.
No doubt.
And just to know that he went behind the wall, and the way the society is set up is like, yo, once you get a felony, that's it for you.
Right.
It's like they just throw you back into the water, and nobody wants to hire you.
Right.
So I'm just his story and what he's gonna be able to share when the smoke clears is like, yo, I got a felony on my record, but my chapter 2 doesn't determine my chapter 10. Right? There's people that don't have felonies, got a college degree, did it the perfect way, I guess.
Yeah.
But here he is, he probably making more money than them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't let the fact that you got a felony deter you from being great.
Right.
We in a world right now where we can take ownership of our life and we can take it to the next level, and that's what he represents. And I'm just proud to have him a part of the team, and he's gonna be with me for life. And you know, I'm just looking forward to seeing him take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Sure. This is the best feeling right here, being able to put your blood family on to something.
It must feel good, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It must feel good.
So yeah, man.
Yo, you know what would be dope, man?
What's up?
If we go to Atlanta and show me around a little bit, man. Show me some of that Southern hospitality, man. Let me check out the office.
Yeah.
Check out the trucks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Check out your day-to-day.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Think about that.
Nah, we can definitely do that. You know what I'm saying? Just show them, like, you know, behind the scenes on, you know, how it goes down at the Good Energy headquarters.
No, and I need to see that portal too.
I got you. We gonna give him a sneak peek.
Give him a sneak. Yeah.
Let's do it, man.
No doubt.
Let's do it. Appreciate you,
my man, for sure.
Love.
For sure.
You already know.
All right.
Everything on my mind is monetary. I'm no regular Joe, Tom, Dick, or Harry. I invest, I got business savvy. Yeah, can I get a witness, family? You don't need nothing senseless or fancy when you this cool and your winters are sandy. Chef Ramsay in Hell's Kitchen, already on plan B, but I'm still spitting. Wish I had an uncle feeling Aunt B. I Will Smith it, but who the hell gon' hand me a meal ticket? Nobody, so I gotta keep grinding. Live modestly, I got dreams to finance. Keep it clean, let the means justify the ends. And I'm an addict, I got to have it. I'm an addict, I got to have it. I'm an addict, I got to have it. I'm an addict, I got to. I love women, all shapes, all sizes. Some are straight, some it take more guidance. But nowadays I keep it way more private. I used to play the field like the baseball diamonds. I would tell them all the things that they wanna hear. Cop 'em winter minks, a little summer gear. It ain't tricking if you got it, no one to care. But it was magic when God let the one appear. Something like Winnie Cooper from the Wonder Years. She the bass kick, I'm the drummer snare. And every song don't play like a love affair, but it's still music to our engineers. 010, Bonnie and Clyde, we riding. Cause what's a king without his queen beside him? Mrs. Officer, you hear the sirens. Sirens.
We here in ATL at the Good Energy offices. We're gonna sit with Alix, you know, check out the operation, see what goes on behind the curtains. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for him right now. I can't wait to get an inside look at what's going on. All right, y'all, stay tuned. All right, we out here in the city, waiting for my man Alix to pull up. Matter of fact, here you go. There you go, Mr. Good Energy himself. All right, okay.
What's up, man?
Oh, man.
We made it.
See you, bro.
Made it to Atlanta.
No doubt. We here.
Let's do it, baby.
Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. Let's go to the office. I'm straight to the office.
All right, for sure. Thanks, sir. We here.
Yeah, bro. It's the office.
Okay. So we back at the Good Energy worldwide headquarters.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the office, man. You know
Thank you for inviting me up, man. Beautiful, beautiful office space you have up here, man. I love the vibe. Really nice, man. You know, just looking around, man, just taking everything in, man. Like, where do you think the industry is headed Now 2020, you know, obviously we all know 2019, there was a little bit of a rough patch.
Right.
You know, a lot of people lost their shirt out there in the game, right?
That's a fact.
Where do you think it's headed, man?
Well, let me say this, just to even answer that first, I think with 2019 shook up people and it made people understand like, yo, money management is like critical.
Right.
Because what happened was in 2017, 2018, the market was great, right? The money was flying in.
100%.
Right?
Right.
And and I think a lot of people kind of got content, like, yo, the money's coming in. And I feel like a lot of people wasn't focused on the money management and they weren't expecting the rates to kind of dip like they did in 2019. Right? So, you know, there's a saying like, yo, when you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Even though 2018 was my biggest year as far as the truck side, as far as the revenue of what we did, right? 2018, out of the 7 years we've been running, we made the most money.
Okay.
But that was also the year that I focused on money management. That was the year that I focused on not only saving, right? Because we've been fooled to think that saving money is how you get rich.
Right.
It's really investing, right?
There you go.
But I did a combination of things in 2018. I saved the money as it was coming in by the boatloads when the rates was high.
Right.
But I also made some other investments as well. So when 2019 came and the dip came, I didn't feel it, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't feel it. For two reasons. For one, I did the right thing with my money. So even if I lost a couple weeks or I had a bad month, I didn't feel it as much. If I got an unexpected repair, I had the reserve money put aside already to go handle it, right?
Right.
But also, we just worked harder. I told my team, I told my dispatchers, like, yo, the rates ain't where they supposed to be right now. So guess what? You need to book smarter loads now. You need to, like, strategically plan your routes now. Right?
Need you tighten up.
Yeah, our drivers, we gonna cut back on the idling time a little bit. If you ain't got an idle, let's save some of that gas. Let's be intentional now.
Yeah.
As far as when you're on the road. If you see a route that don't involve taking tolls that week, and it's not taking you too much out the way, let's go that route. If you locate the cheap gas, let's stop in South Carolina before we get to North Carolina and Virginia and fuel up in Anderson, South Carolina, where the cheapest gas is right now. At that QT. I just gave them a joint right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right, a little jewel.
Like, I'm going to give you a little jewel right?
Yeah, for sure.
Anderson, South Carolina, the QT, that's like our little go-to spot right there.
Okay.
Y'all gonna raise the prices now, cause y'all gonna start hitting it up. But
that's worth the price of admission right there, right? You know what I'm saying? Little jewel.
So during 2019, bro, we just tightened up, man. And we still hit quota, I would say at least 75% of the time. When everybody was crying, we were still hitting quota because they knew we don't use the market as an excuse. We don't hear the noise. We just work harder. And that's why we were able to get through this year. And another thing people gotta understand is like whenever the market is slow, you need to identify why it's slow. It's not just, we're gonna just lay down and, it's slow. Like, I found out, like, okay, this is the reason it's slow. Oh, we're in a trade war with China right now.
Right.
Just think about how many things you own that say made in China. How many things you see that says made in China. So obviously, if there's a trade war and they're being taxed on the tariffs right now, obviously the volume of products is not where it's supposed to be.
Right.
So that caused the decline in the rates and the volume of the loads, right?
Yeah.
But one thing I know about certain industries, real estate being one of them, the transportation industry being one of them, is that the market will eventually have to correct itself.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In vital industries like real estate, it took that big hit in 2008, right? But it corrected itself. It came back and more millionaires were created after 2008.
Right.
But when those slow times hit, bro, you got two different peoples on two different sides. You got the people that suffered from it, and then you got the people that capitalized from when real estate dropped. They went and swooped up all them cheap properties, and then when the value went back up, they ate like fat rabbits.
Yeah, for sure.
So when all these companies went out of business in 2019, right? When all these people, Falcon Transportation, right? Celadon, like it was at one point, it was just like, yo, is it Armageddon? Like, what the hell is going on, right?
Right.
You had to look at it one of two ways. oh my God, the trucking industry is trouble. It's not a good industry, right? That's what the noise was.
Right.
But me, I'm like, damn, Celadon just went out of business. That's 3,000 trucks that just left the market right there.
Okay.
Damn. It was 3,000 drivers that was driving that truck.
Right.
That's 3,000 drivers that need a job.
That's a fact.
Falcon Transportation went out of business. I forgot how many trucks they had.
Right.
But people don't realize that the reason that Falcon Transportation went out of business is because they did what I trained my portal members not to do, that they received 90% of their business from. So what happened was that plant went out of business, bro. So
that's crucial.
So if that plant, when you get 90% of your freight goes out of business, what you think happened to them?
You're going out of business with them.
Right?
That's a fact.
Celadon, they was getting funding from the Department of Justice. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And what they were doing was, in order for them to keep getting money, they were inflating the value of what their trucks really were worth. Right? They were basically stating that their company was worth more than it really was in order to keep getting money.
Right.
So pretty much what it all boils down to, it was fraud. So they had to file bankruptcy in order to escape what they had going on.
Gotcha.
They had nothing to do with the market.
Yeah.
Right? But people just read the headlines. Me, I'm up at 2 in the morning, bro, every other night, like a mad scientist trying to research what the heck is going on in the industry that pays me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? In order for me to be a coach, in order for me to be a teacher, I need to know what is going on in my industry at all times. When my students ask me, yo, why is this happening? I need to be able to answer that intelligently. So if you want to know why I've gotten to where I'm at right now, why the platform is where it's at right now, why we have 100% 5-star reviews right now, is because I take this so serious, bro. I take this so serious. I am dedicated to adding value and information to my community. I am dedicated to helping people not make the mistakes that I made. I love this industry. I take the good with the bad. Why? Because it changed my life.
Right.
I know what I took home in 2018. I seen what I took home in 2017. So if we had a bad 2019, you think I'm just going to throw in the towel? Hell nah, I'm going to stick it out.
Right.
I kept telling people, yo, you just got to wait it out.
Yeah.
If you in this game for the quick lick, if you in this game to try to get rich in 1 year, you in the wrong game. I'm in this game for the long haul. Right? I'm going to stick it through because I know that the trucks can't stop.
Right.
But what allows me to stick it through is the money management. If y'all stop focusing on just getting this money and spending it, if you just focus on reinvesting into your company, if you just understand that, like, yo, it's not about what you made this month, it's not about what you made this quarter, it's what you make over the next 3 to 5 years, what you made over the next 10 years. That's what I'm looking at, bro. So I think that the industry is gonna definitely correct itself, right? It's gonna correct, the market is gonna correct itself. And I see us getting back to the 2018 numbers.
No doubt.
And I've been seeing some reports that it's definitely on an upward trend. And the survival of the fit, only the strong survive.
That's a fact.
Right? And we gonna survive. We gonna be here. We ain't going nowhere.
That's a fact. So for everybody who's on the fence, is now the time to jump into the industry?
I think so. What I would tell them is like, yo, come in the game, but just start with one.
Okay.
Start with one truck, get a position, right? Because I feel like we're gonna have a good produce season this year, right? I'm not God, but just from my research and what I've been seeing in the articles of the trusted sources that I trust, what they're saying, I think we're gonna have a good year this year, fam. So I just think that if you know that you want to be in this industry, go ahead and get the education first, of course,
Right.
and start with one truck. Right? I hear people all the time hit me like, yo, I'm trying to come in, I want to get 3-4 trucks this year. I'm like, yo, you gotta chill.
Right.
You gotta chill, my man.
Pump
Like,
your brakes.
Pump your brakes, man.
Yeah.
Get one truck, get your feet wet, right? Make sure that you're getting a good deal. A lot of the problem that people do is they come into this game and the overhead is too high off the rip. And the reason that their truck notes is too high, the reason that their insurance is too high is because they just heard approval and ran with it.
Right.
People are so desperate and so anxious just to get into the game that they just taking any deal that's thrown at them. So now you got a $2,000 truck note, your insurance is $2,200, right? By the time you pay for your load boards, your ELDs, your tracking device, your cameras, you at $6,000 a month before you even made $1. Like, what do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I'm showing my clients to do and what we're positioning them to do now, bro, is that we're gonna show you the resources that you can use for one, not have to spend as much money up front. We got resources in our portal right now, fam, where if they get certified through Good Energy Worldwide, through our portal, we have a lender and an underwriter that will approve them for their truck for $2,500 down. No credit check.
Okay.
Let me tell you how gangster this is, bro. And this is exclusive information right here that we just put together.
Okay. Okay.
The underwriter declined a deal. One of our members hit him up and was like, hey, I'm trying to get a truck. And he didn't have a CDL.
Okay.
The underwriter declined him. He said, hey, we need you to at least have a CDL or at least 2 years in business if you don't have a CDL.
Okay.
In order for us to approve you.
Right.
The member came in our Facebook group and screenshotted the email of the denial. I reached out to the company. I said, hey, look, if you're free this Tuesday, we have a mastermind call. I would love for you to come on, meet the members, and see my portal.
Right.
Right? That's all I said to him. He said, yeah, I can do that.
Right.
He came on our call, bro. He met the members. He seen the information that I was teaching these people. He then looked at the portal, seen the courses, and seen how thorough we were training people.
Wow.
We turning denials into approvals, fam.
That's crazy.
He said, yo, I was so blown away by what I saw that, yes, I know I told you that they have to have experience for us to approve us.
Right.
Approve them.
Right.
Yes, I know I told you that they had to have a CDL, right?
Right.
He said, but what I saw, I take that back. He said, for you guys only, anybody that gets educated through Good Energy, I'm going to approve them. And the reason why is because we have people that have been up and running for 1.5 years that don't even know half the stuff that these people who have no experience have learned and what I saw in that portal.
That's crazy, man.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
His criteria was like, yo, you got to be up and running for 1 year before we give you a chance.
Right.
But when he's seen that, he's seen the people that come into business and go right back out of business
Right.
due to the lack of education.
Right. Right.
So now, the people that sign up to my portal, as long as they're an active member and they can show that they've been certified, they went through the course, guaranteed approvals, no credit check, $2,500 down, good trucks, not no BS trucks either.
Wow. That's dope, man. That's dope, and that's a testament to the work you're doing, because for somebody to actually risk that, you know what I mean? Put that risk out there based on what they saw, the education that you're providing. That means a lot. That speaks volumes for the portal, man. And that's amazing, you know. And congratulations on that, man. That's dope. Speaking of the portal. You know, you got that. It is what it is. Like you said, 5-star reviews, Google. Y'all have that down pat. What's next for you, man? Like where is this going next?
Yeah, good question, fam. You know, the portal, bro, is it's historic, right? And it's bigger than me. I want you to understand why, because when I created this portal, and shout out to Batiste, right? Batiste, you know, we sat in a room together. We put this thing together for 5 months straight, right?
Okay.
And could have did it without a period. But when we created this course, there wasn't another portal out there, right? There wasn't a blueprint for me to follow.
Right.
This is early 2018, and yo, like, we put it out there, and I just wanted to get 50 people to sign up, bro.
Right.
That was my goal. Just get 50. Let me just work out some kinks and be able to. I was scared to death. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was scared to release it because I knew it wasn't cheap.
Right.
And my biggest fear was like, yo, I'm gonna put it out there. These people gonna spend $2,000, and they're gonna be like, yo, I need my money back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I gave it my all, but it was something that had never been done before.
Right.
In this industry.
Right.
So now, bro, to have over 1,000 members, bro.
Man, that's crazy.
1.5 years later, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To you know, you was with us this weekend, fam.
Yeah.
You was with us this weekend. You seen the love, fam.
That's a fact.
It's just unbelievable. So what happened is, after 1.5 years of rocking and rolling, I've been getting a lot of, like I just showed you my DMs just now. I got about 400, 500 DMs that I haven't even got a chance to get through yet, right?
Okay.
But a lot of the DMs that I've been seeing over the last year is like, yo, Alix, we want to get into the trucking industry, but we not really in a position to get a truck. Is there any other way to earn income in the trucking industry. Like I've been getting those messages forever, and I kind of been ignoring them. Like nah, like this is for people who want to get a truck, right?
Right.
Because that's what I did.
Right.
But I didn't realize, like, yo, I got a whole nother business inside of trucking
Right.
that don't involve me owning a truck.
Right. That you've been just ignoring.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I started my dispatch service in 2015.
Right.
When I was before the portal.
Right.
When I was just doing one-on-one consultations, bro. And I'm gonna tell you, shout out to Dikembe Mutombo. He was my first celebrity client.
Okay.
He came to me, right? And you know, if you know Dikembe, you know how he talks.
No.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to all my people from Africa. Right? Shout out to all my Africans, man.
That's a
Love
fact.
y'all.
That's a
So
fact.
yo, my man came to me and I put him in business. I gave him the whole game. He wanted to get into the industry. He started with 2 trucks.
Okay.
I taught Dikembe the whole game, right?
Yeah.
I even showed him and his team how to book loads, how to dispatch. But it didn't occur to me like, yo, Dikembe, you know how he talk.
Yeah.
Everybody can't really understand him. Bless his heart.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, and I was like, yo, if Dikembe get on that phone, they gonna know it's Dikembe. You know what I'm saying?
Mutombo?
Right? I'm like, ain't no way in hell he gonna be able to do this.
Yo, that is crazy.
So check this out. This how the dispatch service started, fam.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I'm not about to have Dikembe calling trying to book loads.
Yo, this is a crazy story, bro.
Fam, but I've never told this story before, fam.
That's crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
So he is the reason that I was like, you know what, Dikembe, yo, just chill. I'm gonna book your loads for you. Right? Real talk, man.
Yeah.
I said I'm gonna go ahead and book your loads. Don't even worry about it. Just, give me the information. You know, give me your carrier packet, and we gonna do it for you. So, fam, we was charging him a small percentage, and we was booking the loads for him, bro. And it was going real well.
Yeah.
And then another client, he was an investor. He like, look, man, I'm a lawyer. I'm taking clients all day. I can't book loads. Can I pay you to book the loads for me?
Right.
So now I got 3 trucks. Right? On top of my own trucks, I'm booking loads for 3 other trucks and I'm making some money off these other trucks that I don't even own.
Right.
So fam, I just realized like, yo, damn, this is a business. So then I started adding it into my consulting packages. Like, look, if you wanna, I'll show you how to get in the game and I'm gonna show you how to book loads, I'm gonna show you how to dispatch,
but if you need me, I can do it for you as well.
I can do it for you.
Got you. Makes sense.
So bro, I'm up to 7 trucks now, bro, on my dispatch service by myself, on top of running my own trucks.
Right.
At that time, I had about 3-4 trucks.
Right.
So fam, I'm in the crib, bro, 10, 12-hour days on the phone booking loads, and I'm making mad money, but I ain't got no life.
Right.
I got a girl at the time, we in the crib, and I ain't really able to spend no time with her.
Right.
So then I was like, damn. And then my cousin Rob came home from prison, man.
He
came home. I flew up to New York. I knew he had that gift of gab. I knew he knew how to negotiate. I flew up to New York. I told him the whole game. Now Rob runs the entire dispatch service, bro.
That's crazy.
And now he trained some people up under him. Now we got 39 trucks under our dispatch service, man.
Yo, that's a crazy story, man. Dikembe. Shout out to Dikembe Mutombo, man.
Shout out to Lachey, too. She the one that introduced us here.
That's super dope, man. That's super dope.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
So not to cut you off. So what's coming up now is for the people that are not able to get a truck, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to show people with this new course that we're getting ready to drop mid-February. It's the Dispatch Mastery course. And it's solely going to show them 2 things. One, how to dispatch, how to negotiate, how to read the market, how to position the trucks, how to, master the load board, but also utilize the relationships from the load board to then get the dedicated lanes, right?
Okay.
So this will show them how to book their own loads for their own trucks, but also for other people's trucks. I'm going to show them how to create their own dispatch service. I'm going to show them how to generate 6 figures a year without even owning a truck. I'm going to give them my whole format on how I went from 2 of Dikembe's trucks and now 38.
That's dope.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the systems that I put in place to where I don't even see these trucks. We got Rob, I trained him and he trained people up under him. And bro, it's just a volume game after this, but everybody wins. Because the people who have their trucks in our dispatch service, they're looking for a more passive income.
Right.
They don't got time to be dealing with the loads and talking to the drivers and talking to the brokers.
Right.
And guess what? It's a boutique service.
Right.
So we only give one dispatcher 5 to 6 trucks.
Yeah.
So there's a level of attentiveness. There's a level of priority that each truck is given. It's an opportunity for the dispatchers to really get in tune with the drivers because they're not dealing with 15 drivers. So I'm gonna show people, right? Look, there's 2.2 million tractor trailers on the road right now, bro. They all need a dispatcher.
Right. Right.
So I'm gonna show people how to start their own company, how to market it, and get people to get their trucks onto them. And guess what? When they go through the course, they'll be certified through Good Energy Worldwide. So when they start marketing, they can be like, hey, look, I'm certified through Good Energy Worldwide. The brand is out there right now.
Right.
So now that will be something that they can add to their resume when they're going to get and recruit trucks to dispatch for.
Wow, that's dope, man. That's dope. Who is that course for? What type of person?
That course is for somebody who wants to be home, right? Because you can do it from home.
Okay.
This is the course for somebody who might not have $20,000 startup cash to start up a business.
Okay.
Right, but they can make $2,000 to $2,500 work, right? To go purchase a computer, to go purchase, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that they got the Wi-Fi,
right.
You know, maybe 2 telephone lines, and you know, and it's a skill that once you learn it, you can't unlearn it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that needs to be able to spend time with their family, but still be able to make some decent money, right?
Yeah.
Somebody who wants to eventually get a truck, but they understand you got to crawl before you walk, so they can at least get their feet wet with this, and then eventually get some capital to be able to eventually get their own truck.
Right, right. So it's a gateway into the industry.
Absolutely, and it's gonna be way less. My main portal is $2,000. You know what I'm saying? And my main portal is gonna give you everything from A to Z. For the people that like, I want to get a truck, I'm ready to get to the bag.
Right.
We got the portal for that.
Right.
But for the person that might not be in a position to spend $2,200 for my course or $2,000 for my course.
Right.
This one's gonna be like between the $500 to $700 mark.
Right.
And I promise you, we're gonna over deliver, and you're gonna feel like you robbed me when you get this information in this new course that we're getting ready to drop.
Gotcha.
That's my goal.
Gotcha. And I think the key to that, man, is just you get a chance to educate yourself on the industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On not somebody else's dime, but with somebody else's trucks. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you get to learn a lot about the lanes and so forth and so on.
Yeah.
And that's important, like you said, so when you want to jump off the porch and you know get yourself a big boy. You know what I mean? So that's dope, man. That's really amazing. You know, this whole weekend, you know, that I've spent with you has been really amazing, man. Just seeing you know, the different faces of Alix Burton. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get to see you in the office doing your thing, the operation.
Yeah.
See the portal, you know, see what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
See you out and about in the streets, you know, touching the people.
And you went back to Brooklyn with me.
Went back to Brooklyn with you, your hometown. You know what I'm saying? Our hometown.
Absolutely.
Man, on stage, presenting, phenomenal presentation.
Thank you, bro.
It's just, you know, I just see big things for you, brother. Like it's just I've been following you and I've seen you grow, and you know, every couple of months, every quarter, it's just something new. You know what I'm saying?
People gotta show the attention span.
It's just something new, bro. You come with something new, and I just wish you the best, man. I appreciate you allowing me to, you know, come behind the curtain and be a part of this journey. You know what I'm saying? And document this journey, because that's important. Documentation is everything.
Absolutely.
You know, 10 years down the line, when you're doing whatever, we could always come back and look at this video and say, yo, this is where he was at this point. You know what I mean? So it's super dope, man. I'm just really glad to be a part of it.
Yo, man, let me say this, man. For the people that don't know, you reached out to me maybe about 8 months ago.
That's a fact.
Right? And I told you, like, yo, it ain't time yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I told you for a couple of reasons. One of them, and I'm gonna just be real. It was three reasons. One, I was already booked to do the other podcast.
Right.
Two, I still had a little bit of vetting to do on you.
Right.
Right. And three, like, you was up and coming, and I wanted you to kind of go out there and build your name just a little bit more. So the platform could be a little bit bigger. But let me ask you this: are you happy that we waited?
Oh man, super happy, bro. Super happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was what it should have been.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And when you said that, if you remember, I was like, no doubt.
Sure was.
Let's make it epic.
Yep.
Exactly what I said. I said, no doubt. Because I'm right with you. Because I when you said it, I said, you know what? He's right. Let's chill. Let's fall back. Let's wait. And let's do this. And it's come together now. And it's been better than either of us could have imagined or dreamed.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
so
man.
It's perfect, bro. It's perfect, man. Good energy worldwide, man.
And it's not just a cool name, yo. It's really a lifestyle. It's really, you know, what I live by. This whole good energy thing, fam. Like, and I'm gonna talk to the camera, like, yo, Good energy, like what you put out into the universe, what you speak, what you think, it comes to life, yo. Right? What's happening in my life right now, y'all? I thought about this already. I spoke this into my life, yo. This one it just happened. Right? Y'all gotta like get away from that negative energy. Y'all gotta stop trying to compete. Stop trying to compete. You just competing with yourself. That's the only person that you need to compete with. I'm only competing with myself. I got love for everybody. I want the best for everybody. Once y'all understand that there's 7 billion people in this world, you guys will stop trying to compete, man. I wish the best for you. I pray for everybody, right? Good Energy Worldwide. It's a movement. This ain't no business, bro. This is a cultural movement, and I just happened to lead the race, and I got the platform, and I'm gonna use it the right way, bro.
No doubt.
And the reason I did this podcast with you is because you got good energy, man.
No doubt.
That's the only reason.
I appreciate
That's
that.
the only reason I did this podcast, because you got to get. I need to align with that type of energy. I've only done 2 other ones, and they had that energy.
Right.
I don't care how big somebody's platform is. I don't care about that.
Right.
So salute to you for your growth. I've been following you since you had 2,000 followers.
No doubt.
And I guarantee you after this one, you're gonna be well over 10,
We're
right?
gonna be lit, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So just understand that your platform, you have a responsibility now, bro.
Yeah.
You got people looking up to you now. You got people watching you, and the decisions you make no longer are just about you. Whatever you put out into the universe, like just make sure that it represents you and it represents what you're trying to stand for. And you've been doing a wonderful job at that, bro.
I appreciate
So just salute to you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you blossom and blow up as well, because you're on your way, fam.
No doubt.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
Let's go.
Hey, man, listen. If y'all got the inside look, man. This is it. We here. Good Energy Worldwide. ATL Truck and Hustle Takeover. Good Energy Takeover. We out. We ain't got much more to say. You know what I mean?
Let's go.
100.